Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, we will be designing a logo using this Labouur Party logo as a case studies. In it, we will learn how to work shapes, how to draw shapes, how to color shapes, and how to repeat a particular action. Also, we will also learn how to fit text to parts, like this one you have here and this one here. So without delay, let's dive into the lectures. First, I'll open a new page. Before I continue, let me briefly introduce Coreldraw environment for the sake of new users. So if you look at this one, this Coreldraw environment, we have other tools. We'll be using them frequently, and you know how most of these things work. So this is a new page. When you open Coreldraw newly, this is how it comes. In this version, I'm using 2017, but most of the version, it will be compatible. It will be compatible. But if you are having any issue with any version you have, you can drop your comment in the comment section below, and I will see how I'll walk you through that process. But basically, most of the shape, which is this is toolbar, this toolbar, they are just the same. They are just towards the left, and this is what we are going to be working with mostly. So throughout these lectures, throughout this video, you see we use mostly this rectangle tool. This rectangle tool is used to draw rectangles. Say draw squares and rectangles by dragging in the drawing window. This is the drawing window. So we said you draw shape by dragging in the drawing window. This is what we are going to be using mostly in this logo design video. So this is a palette. I had two here. I have two different ones. We'll talk about colors in a different video, but for this is how it should appear in your own version. If it's just newly installed, we have not customized anything. So I deleted the other one so that you see we use this one mostly. So we'll talk about this color palette in another video, a separate video. So first, to start the video, to start our today lesson, what I'm going to do is take my rectangle tool. I'll take this one and I'll drag it across this place. I want it to be a square. So I'll take both sides and make sure both height and width are equal. Look at where I get the height, and the height, this is the height and this is the width. So I'll take it, I'll make it 5 inches and the height is 5 inches. So I'll say okay. So now I have a square. This is a square. So I'll start with this one. Now first I will reduce it to have a bigger square around it. So I'll reduce it to get my smaller circle inside. I can either use this circle tool or I continue with my square. Since I talked about using square all through the class, in this video I'll just use this square. So I just use my shape tool. This is the shape tool. This is pick tool. This is shape tool. So this is shape tool. So I'll pick the shape tool and I'll use it and drag it around. So now it has formed circle for me. Still the same thing as using this circle tool. I can use this circle tool, make it to the size I want. Just it's still the same thing, but I choose to use this one. You can use whichever one you use. They are both objects. So today we are working with objects. You can use any one that is more convenient for you. They are the same thing. So now I will increase it or reduce it till I get my desired width. Now I did something that maybe should be something you want to know. So now what I did is I duplicated this this square. This is our square. I duplicated it, but I'm sure you didn't see what I did. What I did was I reduced it. Look at it. I'll drag it in a given direction. So I'll just use any of the node and drag it. For me to drop, click the other button. If you look at your your mouse, if you're looking at your mouse, there's one regular clicking, then the other button close to it. When I want to drop it, I will add that button, holding the two buttons down. I will hold the two down, click, So you see now the thing have duplicated. If you are finding that one difficult, you can as well copy the shape and paste it. Then you now reduce the one you pasted. Reduce it. So now I'm having a different shape. You see it. So this is what we are going to be welding in this logo design. So now I have a stretch shape. So what we'll do now, we'll have this shape going round like this. You see this shape is going round like this. So I'll do mine to go around like that. I'm not very sure of the angle, but I will just try. We'll do trial by error. So I will open, I will make it, I'm moving it. If you want to be very straight without waving your hand, you can add your control key. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I think we can use this. So this is what we have. Before I weld these objects, these shapes together, I'll first of all remove this one of the circle I have in between. This circle that we created before, so I'll just duplicate it. I'll copy it. Ctrl C to copy. So I'll copy it. Now the next thing I'll do is to weld this thing. So I'll select everything. I'll select the whole object. Then you see this one appearing. No matter the version you're using, just try and trace it under this bar here. Under this bar, you see it. You see weld. Click on this thing. This is the shape. This is the symbol for the weld. So I believe you see it in your version of Coreldraw you are using. So just click on weld, and you see that we have the shape, desired shape we have now. So now the next thing, I will paste that circle I copied. So I'll just paste it back. Ctrl V to paste. So I will reduce it a little. Yes, this is what we have. And you remember we have an image in between. I have this Panama picking stuff. So I had it. So you can open it. Then I will click on import. I'll import the logo. I'll import that image. I'll import that image which I had before. I've already trimmed it. We will talk about how to trim and the rest in subsequent video. We'll be doing other videos and we'll do most of the things that you need to complete your design right in this channel. So for now, let's do it like this. We'll complete it. If you need this thing, drop your comment in the comment section and I'll get it right to your email straight down. So this is the video, this is the image. So now you have seen, I will say finish. See what I did? I basically put an image inside an object. That is power clipping. Let's do it. Let me import the image. I'll just revert this thing and import the image for you to see so that you get a better understanding. This is the image. I imported it. This is the image. I've imported it. You see it's so big. I can reduce it so I'll see it more. Now this is the zoom tool. I'm using this tool to zoom so that I can see the area I want. So I'll use this one to zoom so I can zoom. Now this is power clipping. To put an object or object inside an object or an image inside an object is called what we call power clipping. I can put this thing inside this one. It's power clipping. So what I will do now is I will move this one. I can select this image and go to okay. So I'll just right click. I'll right click the next button, not the regular one you've been using. The next button, I'll just use it to be moving. I'll use that button. So when I get to the shape I want, I will leave it. You see this option will come up. It say power clip inside. So I'll just click power clip inside. So it's now inside that object. So what I will do, I will edit. I'll right click again. The same button I used to move it. I'll just do it. Then I'll go to edit power clip. I'll go to edit power clip. Then now I can move it to where I want it. Adjust it. Take note of where I'm adjusting. You see the node. This node can increase it. Then this one can stretch it, but it's not always advisable to stretch objects. You see the shape being deformed, so you can use this one to either stretch it or reduce it. So use the node right from this end or this end or this end, which is wiser in order for you not to deform the image or the object. So this is what you get. So I'll say okay. You see, now we have been able to, this is basically the logo. Is the logo of the Labouur Party. So what we'll do now, we'll color this one white. I'll make it white. This is white, white. This is white. Make it white. I don't have outline, so you see outline. Okay, I will select everything. To select everything, you use your pick tool and drag across the object or shapes that you want to remove the outline. So I will drag across everything. This is the shortcut to remove the outline. This one here, this one indicate that there is no color. If I right click this color now, you see outline will take blue. But if I don't need color, I will just click the other button I used to move it into the power click the other time. So I'll just right click it. So you see that the outline is gone. The next thing now is for us to get the color. That's this red and green. Red and green color. Then we are done with our logo. So now look at it. Now for me to get this thing, I'll have to get the center of this this square we have here. So I need to get the center. How do I get the center? I can either divide this thing by 2. This is 5 inches by width. I can divide the width by 2, and I can also use my straight line. I can use my straight line to get the middle of this square. So this is the middle of the square, but I choose to get a shape. I'll get the rectangle, so I'll duplicate my rectangle again, my square again. I will duplicate it and I will divide it into 2. This is 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches. This is 1. Then the other side of it is also 2.5 inches, so I'll duplicate another one. It's 2.5 inches, so I'll say 2.5 inches. I'll say enter. Take note, I did not alter the height. I only altered the width. So now I have to, this shape here, this one can take our green because the green is to the right, so I'll take the green. Then this one is the red. The red is to the left. So you see, I can remove my outline to get a better image. So I remove my outline. This is it. Now the last thing we're going to be doing is, sorry, that's not the last thing. We still have to fit text to part. So what I will do now is I will fit this thing in to the right. Now I will select this object. This is an object. I'll hold my shift key down. Hold my shift key. This is the shift key. Then I will select this outer square. So I will select this outer square, and I will do my, by saying arrow, I want it to go to the right. This is the right. If I say L, if I press my L key, just L, I want it to the left. So let's see which one goes to the left, which one goes to right. So the green goes to right, the red goes to left. So I'll say arrow to the right. Then I'll take this one as well. I'll also add, I press arrow to the right, then E to centralize it inside that square we have, inside this square here, inside this square. So that is it. Now the next thing is I will take this one to the left. So I will select this one, I'll select this and select the outer square. So I'll click on this outer square, then I'll say left. Then I'll make it E so that I'll get my center of that square. Now we are done here. So I'll select these two, I'll select these two and take it back. Let me use this one so that you see it very well. Let me know its shortcut for now, but we are going to be using those shortcuts because we are going to be having regular design right in this Coreldraw. So we say go to order to send it to back. I will say to shift page down, shift page down. You press the shift key and page down. So I can use shift and page down to send it to the back of the whole thing. So I'll see, sorry, I can use shift page down. You see, we have our logo here now. We have our logo. But what's remaining now is like our outer square. We don't even need the outer square. That square, we can delete it. So we can delete that outer square. So we take this one down and delete it. You see, we have our logo now. The last thing we're going to do is get this text around the logo like this one we have here, which is feeding text to parts. First, that I will get, I must have the object that this thing will follow the path. So I will take this our circle, the one inside where the image is. I'll just take it aside. Then I will now remove this image. I don't need this image. I don't even need the color, so I can just cancel the color. Remember when we were talking about outline, we use the right button, right clicking, but now I use the normal clicking to remove the color. Color is the normal clicking to color it. Then the right clicking is to remove the outline. So if when you're working with outline, it's the right click. Then when you are working with the color itself, is the normal clicking. So that is it. So I'll just right click to see my outline. Now this, let's use this other one, test 2. Test 2, this is where we type our text. So I believe Labour Party is on top. Let's see, Labour Party on top, then down is okay, forward ever. So I'll just type the text. I'll click any space. So I'll click any space here. I'll type Labour Party, then forward ever. I think that's all we have. Forward ever. Okay, forward ever. Okay, so that is it. Now this is text. This is text, and this is an object. So I'll adjust my text. I'll take the text, the font, the kind of font I want. I want area round, so area rounded. So I'll pick this one. This is what I want. So I'll adjust it to the size I want. Stretch it a little bit. I use my shape tool to stretch it a little bit. And now I want it separated. This one is on top and this one is down. So I will break it apart. So I'll break it apart, which is your Control K anyway. So I'll break it apart. Usually text under it comes compacted. So what I will do, I will stretch it a little so that I'll get a better view after feeding it to parts. So that is it. So this one goes down and this one is on top. So I'll just like select, I'll select the text, which is this one. Then I'll select the shape where I want it to follow the path. So I'll select it. How did I do that? I selected the text and held my shift key down. I held my shift key and select the shape itself. So I selected this shape. I hope you get it, but if you're having issue with it, you can still ask your question under the comment section below and I'll answer it. I'll make you understand, do as much as I can to make you understand. So next thing, I'll go to this test. See test, this tab here, test. It will give you this drop down arrow and I'll say fit text to parts. So I'll click on this fit text to parts. You see it has taken the shape of this circle here. So that's one. I want to break this thing. I want to separate them, so I can go with my Control K again. I'll break it apart. I don't want it to be attached to this circle here, so I'll just break it from the circle. That's one. And the next one I do is to take this one under, so I can still select the text and select the object. I'll go to my text tab again, then fit text to part. So that's what I did. Now I don't want it here, I want it under. So I'll use my screw. I can use my screw to move it, to offset it till I get to where I want it. It's moving. You see that it's moving right. I'm scrolling up, so it's moving right. You seeing it? It's moving down, down, down. So you can move with this till you get to your desired position. So you see, I've been able to move it to this place. So the next one, now you see that, but I've moved it to this place. But the problem now is it's facing the next direction. I can switch it with these ones. So look at the direction. It say mirror test horizontally. So you can mirror it where you want it. I've mirrored it horizontally, so I can mirror it vertically. So I'll mirror it vertically. See now, it's looking better, but it's still jumping to where I don't want it. So I can pull it out. I can pull it. Sorry, I'll pull it out here. Pull it out. So you can readjust it here till I get to my desired position. So that's it. So again, I'll break it. I'll break the circle from the text. So I just Ctrl K. I've separated it. I don't need this circle again, so I can delete it. Now you color, I believe you can color this one. So you color this one white to get our logo. And this is the Labour Party logo. Thank you. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe. You can share my videos. Leave your comment in the comment section. And if there's anything I have to assist you with, I'll be happy to assist you with it. Remember that we have a whole lot of videos coming. We'll be designing flyers. We'll be designing handbill, designing letterhead, certificates, and all other things right in this Coreldraw. The next video I'll be explaining the difference between bitmap and object, and we'll work with bitmap and object alike in our next video. Thanks again for watching. See you in my next video.